Hello, good morning students. So whatever we have learnt on that day, that is the rational numbers. I believe you have understood, and you have understood the new definition, that is the decimal form, which is recurring and non-terminating. The fractions whose decimal form is recurring and non-terminating, they are called as rational numbers. Now irrational numbers. So irrational numbers are the numbers whose decimal form is non-recurring and non-terminating. Irrational numbers, that is the numbers whose decimal form is non-recurring and non-terminating, they are called as irrational numbers. For example, root 2. Now, value of root 2 actually is 1.4142 1356 23 and that is so on. Now this is unending, and you can see here none of the digits is repeated, so it is non-terminating and non-recurring, hence it is called as irrational number. Now how this value has been determined? For that, divisional method to find the square root is used. Now we are not going to discuss that divisional method here because we don't require that actually. Okay, even root 3 is an irrational number, root 5 is an irrational number, root 7 is an irrational number. But if I say root 9, is it irrational number? Not at all. Why? Because root 9 is a perfect square. 9 is a perfect square. So square root of 9 is 3, and then 3 is rational number. So perfect squares are not irrational numbers, but these root 5, root 7, root 3, root 2, they are irrational numbers. Okay. Now rational and irrational numbers, when they are combined together, they form real numbers. So what are real numbers? Real numbers is the collection of rational numbers as well as irrational numbers. Okay, so 5 upon 7 is a real number, minus 3 upon 2 is a real number, root 2 is a real number, root 3 is a real number. Now 5 upon 7, what it is? It is a rational number. Minus 3 upon 2, what it is? Rational number. Root 2, irrational number. Root 3, irrational number. Right? So this together, it forms the real numbers. Okay? Now after that, we are going to move towards the decimal system. Now, the place value of a particular digit in a given number is decided by its position in that particular number. For example, now what is the place value of 7 in this particular number? 57,342. So how we decide? First we find out the place, in which place it is placed, right? That is unit, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs, crores, 10 crores, and so on, right? So here 7 is in thousands place, right? So place value of 7 is 7 in thousands place. So 7 into 1,000, so that is 7,000. Okay, so in this way we find out the place value. That I am not going in detail of this. We are studying right from 4th standard. Okay, so I am not supposed to go here in detail of this. What I am going to do, that suppose this is if the digits in the units place and the tens place, they are interchanged, then the difference between the two numbers is multiple of 9. I will show this with example. For example, 37529. What is the number? 37,529. Now, units place and tens place. The digits in the units place and tens place, they are interchanged. So, number after interchanging, 37,592. Now, let us find the difference between the two. So, 37,592 minus 37,529. Right? So, 2 minus 9 we cannot do. So, 12 minus 9 is 3. That becomes 8. So, 8 minus 2 is 6. Rest all is 0. Now, 63. 63 is multiple of 9. 9, how many are 63? 7 are 63. Right? So, 63 is multiple of 9. Similarly, this difference which we get, it is also multiple of the difference between the two digits. Now see here, the two digits which we have interchanged, which are they? 9 and 2. So what is the difference? 9 minus 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. And 7, how many are 63? 9 are 63. Okay, so in that way you can find it out. So what we conclude from here, that when the digits in the units place and tens place, they are interchanged, then the difference between the numbers so formed is multiple of 9. In addition to that, the digits which are interchanged, the difference between their digits, the difference we have obtained after subtracting the numbers is multiple of that difference also. Okay. Now, after this, let us see what happens if same digit is there in the two places. For example, 35,433. Now in units place and tens place, same digit is there. Okay, in units place 3 is there, in tens place 3 is there. Okay, now, so let us find out the difference. Place value of 3 in units place, what it is? 3. And place value of 3 in tens place, what it is? 30. Right? So, if I find the difference, what I get? 30 minus 3, that is 27. Right? So, how many times it is of this digit? It is, see here, 9 3s are 27. So, it is 9 times of this digit which is present here. Right? So, it is 9 times of the digit which is present in the units place and tens place. Now, suppose if we go for, if there is same digit in units place and hundreds place, let us see. For example, now I have got another number. Okay. Now in units place I have got 7 and hundreds place I have got 7. So place value of 7 in units place, what it is? 7. And place value of 7 in hundreds place, how much it is? Definitely 700. Now find out the difference. (700) minus 7. So it is going to be 693. Okay. Now this is how many times of the digit 7. Okay. So 7, how many is 693. So suppose if I divide 693, I can do it orally also. Okay, so 7 ones are 7, 7 nines are 63. Remainder 6 and 7 nines are 63. So how many times it is? Yes, exactly. It is 99 times. So when same digit is there in the units place and hundreds place, then the difference between their place values is 99 times of the digit which occurs in the units place and the hundreds place. Do you get it? Now, let us take another example. That when the same digits are there in tens place and hundreds place. Okay? For example, now you can see here unit, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000. Now in hundreds place and tens place we have got same digits, right? Now here, what is the place value of 4 in tens? In tens place. How much it is? Definitely 40. And place value of 4 in hundreds place. How much it is? Yeah, exactly 400. Now the difference. What is the difference? So 400 minus 40. So how much it is? 360. Right? Now, what is the digit we have used? 4. So 4, how many are? 360. So it is how many are? 90 are. 4 90s are 360. Means the difference of the digits in the tens place and hundreds place, their place values difference is 90 times the digit. Here it is how much? 90 times. Do you get it? So if we go for, again we can revise. If same digits are there in units and tens place, it was 9 times. If same digits are there in the units and hundreds place, it was how many times? 99 times. Okay, and if it was tens place and hundreds place, how much we have got? 90 times. Okay, similarly, if we go for thousands place and tens place, it will be 990 times. And if we go for units place and thousands place, it will be 999 times. Okay, so you can try that. I have shown here how to do that. Okay, so please try that and get it confirmed. Okay, now we have formed numbers from the given digits. Okay, so if suppose given certain digits are told that there are given so many digits and you want to form the particular number, so in that case the highest digit or the greatest digit will come for the maximum time. For example, form 5-digit greatest number. Now, from 0 to 9, 9 is the biggest. So, 9, 9, 9, 9. Because I know I have to form 5-digit and I have to form greatest number. So, the biggest digit is 9 from 0 to 9. So, I use 9 5 times when digits are not given. Okay. So, you should always know all the greatest digits, numbers and the smallest numbers. For example, 1-digit smallest number is what? 1. 1-digit greatest number is what? 9. 2-digit smallest number is what? 10. So when we are forming the smallest number now, you should take the smallest digit, not 0, 1, and then add 0. So I get 2-digit smallest number. If I want 3-digit smallest number, I will have 100. If I want 4-digit smallest number, then I will have 1000, right? 3 zeros and 1. Okay, so in this way you can go on forming the numbers. Same way, greatest when I am forming, you can add that many times, you can take that many times the digit 9. Okay, for example, suppose if I am forming 3-digit greatest number, so it will be what? 999, 3-digit. Okay, suppose if I am going for 6-digit greatest number, so it will be what? Okay, so 9,99,999 and so on. But suppose if the digits are given and you are supposed to form the greatest and the smallest number, then in that case what you should do, if I want to form the greatest number, I should arrange them in the descending order, and if I want to form the smallest number, I should arrange them in the ascending order. Okay, if 0 is there, then while forming the smallest number, 0 should occupy the second place in ascending order. Okay, we will come to that. For example, suppose these are the numbers given and we are supposed to find, these are the digits given actually, 7, 1, 8 and 2, and we are supposed to form greatest 4-digit number. So greatest 4-digit number, what I have said, descending order. So which is the greatest digit? 8, then 7, then 2, then 1. So this is the greatest number form, 8,721. And if I am want to form smallest 4-digit number, so what I have said, follow the ascending order. So smallest digit will come first, 1, 2, 7, 8, and greatest goes last, right? So what is the number? 1278. But suppose if I have got 0, then let us see what happens. Okay, now greatest, it is as usual. Greatest 4-digit number, if I am going to form, what it will be? First greatest digit, descending order, 9, 7, 5, 0. There is no problem here. Okay, then, but suppose if I am forming smallest 4-digit number, what I have to do, I know there is 0, but 0 will not come in the first place. Suppose if I write it like this, see what happens. 0, 5, 7, 9. This is not a 4-digit number. This is a 3-digit number only, because here 0 does not have any value. Okay, and hence what we should do, we should not bring 0 in the first place, we should add it in the second place. And now this is the possible smallest 4-digit number. Do you understand, children? Okay, now so after this, suppose if digits are given and you have been asked to form the greatest and biggest smallest number. For example, 3, 7 and 5. These are the digits given and you are asked to form 5-digit greatest number. So if I am supposed to form the 5-digit greatest number, you are supposed to follow the same pattern. What? Descending order. But see here, so 3 will come last, then will come 5. So 2 digits are filled. Now I want 5 digits, so 3 digits are left. So the greatest digit will occur that many times. So 1, 3. Do you get it? So 77,753 is the 5-digit greatest number. Okay, so that is the 5-digit greatest number. So at that time 7, the highest digit, is repeated maximum time. The highest digit is repeated maximum time. Now suppose if I want to form 5-digit smallest number. So 5-digit smallest number, in that case you should follow ascending order, right? But in this case, so this is the ascending order, 3, 5, 7. But 3 digits are occupied. Okay, so I want here 2 more digits. Okay, so in that case, what I will do, I will write this 3, the smallest digit, 2 more times, exactly opposite of this. Okay, so this number becomes 33,357. So this is the 5-digit smallest possible number. Okay, so I believe you have understood what I want to teach. Okay, now we will go for examples. We will try to solve some of the examples from the exercise. Okay, so 1.1. First one, in the number 94,534, how many times is the place value of the digit 4 on the right to that of the left? So first one I am solving. Exercise 1.1. So in the number 94,534. Okay. How many times is the place value of digit 4 on the right side? So this is the digit 4 on the right side. Okay. To that of the left. This is the digit on the left. Right? Now, you know that this is units place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, 10,000s place. So place value of 4 in units place, that should be equal to 4 exactly. Okay, and place value of 4 in thousands place. How much it will be? Definitely 4,000. Now how many times is this 4 of this 4? So what we will do, we will divide 4 upon 4,000. Okay, so that is equivalent to what? 4 1 the 4, 4 1 the 4 0 the 0 the 0 0 the 0. So it is 1 upon 1,000 times. So option number second. Okay, so this 4 is 1 upon 1,000 times of this 4. Okay, so option number second. Now when you are writing the options, you get the habit of writing the options. It should be completely dark or shaded, properly shaded. Okay, so take care that you are shading it properly, otherwise it will be difficult. So this is whiteboard, you will not look it properly, it will not look properly, but it has to be in this way. Okay, no half shading or like that, and you cannot change the options once you have attempted them. Okay, so this is the first. Now Next we can go for second example. 3 plus 2p and 5 plus 3q are the digits in the thousands and tens places respectively of the number 84,527. Find the values of p and q. Now, so second one, what it is said, the given number is 84,527. Okay, 84,527, and 3 plus 2p and 5 plus 3q, these are the digits in the thousands and tens place. So this is units, this is tens, this is 100, this is thousands, and this is 10,000. Okay, 3 plus 2p, digit in which place? Thousands place. Okay, and 5 plus 3q, it is digit in hundreds place. Right? Sorry, tens place, not hundreds place, tens place. And you are supposed to find values of p and q. Okay. Now, this is the digit in thousands place. But what is there in thousands place? 4. So, therefore, 3 plus 2p is equal to 4. Now, this becomes equation. And we know how to solve equation. So, bring this 3 to this side. So, when it comes to this side, it will become minus. So, 2p is equal to 4 minus 3. Okay. So, therefore, 2p is equal to 1. Now divide both sides by 2. So p is equal to 1 upon 2. Similarly, 5 plus 3q is a digit in the tens place. But in tens place, what is there? 2. So 5 plus 3q equals to 2. Now bring this 5 to this side. So when it comes this side, it will become minus. So 3q is equal to 2 minus 5. So 3q is equal to 2 minus 5 is minus 3. So divide both sides by 3. So minus 3 upon 3, that is equal to minus 1. Now, so therefore value expected in this order only. First value of p and then value of q. So half comma minus 1. So which option shows that? But value of half is not given. Half can be written as 0.5. Okay. So this will become 0.5 comma minus 1. And so the fourth option is correct. Option 4. Okay. So option 4 is the correct answer. 0.5 and minus 1. You can see that the values are given to misguide you, minus 1.5. So once you get the values, you may directly write that answer. But actually the sequence in which it is asked, p and q. So it is expected that first value of p will come and then the value of q will come. So 0.5 and minus 1. So option number 4. So dear students, we will stop here today. I hope you have understood whatever I have taught till now. We will continue in the next video. Thank you.